What is going on, everyone? Welcome to 24/7 Football. We're going to be discussing today the Champions League, as there is the Champions League final tournament taking place in Lisbon. So we're going to be discussing all of the games that are going to be going on, where we think the winner will be, and we'll also be discussing what it means for next season's Champions League, which the qualifying for that has already gotten underway, even though the Champions League this season in August, has yet to finish, which is such a weird one. So first up, we'll discuss who the teams are. Obviously, after we had the remainder of the games, we know that now Chelsea are out. Bayern Munich went through quite convincingly there, 7-1 winners. Barcelona went through, they beat Napoli 3-1 in the second leg with a 4-2 aggregate victory there. And so they'll be playing each other. It's going to be Barcelona versus Bayern Munich. Now that's a great tie for anyone who wants to watch it. Elsewhere, we're going to see Man City as they beat Real Madrid 4-2 on aggregate. We're going to be seeing them against Lyon, who magnificently knocked Cristiano Ronaldo's Juventus out in the round of 16 stage, which is unheard of. They did it on away goals, but it was fantastic performance by them. A really dogged defensive display. So we'll start on the other side, and then we'll move on to where we think that Man City could get to as well. So first up, we're going to see RB Leipzig against Atletico Madrid. Now, Leipzig, such a good team. Julian Nagelsmann, who is the manager, is a progressive young manager. I'm really excited to see what they could do, but as we know, Timo Werner will not be taking part for Leipzig. So it throws up a little bit of a curveball for Leipzig because, you know, if you're going to lose your best player, especially at this time, no one wants to see that. So they'll be taking on Atletico Madrid, who of course knocked out Liverpool, the favourites for the Champions League, knocked them out. Do you know what? It seems like months ago. It really does seem like months ago. I think it was March time, maybe even before that. Yeah, and they knocked out Liverpool in extra time when Liverpool probably were the better team on the night, but Atletico defended so well. Jan Oblak is so good. So they'll be taking on each other. Leipzig versus Atletico. You'd expect Atletico to go through, but this is the Champions League and it's one-legged. It's a one-off game. No away goals in a tournament style because of COVID. They need to get the tournament finished. So they're doing a tournament in Lisbon in a bubble, sort of like what we're seeing with the NBA and other sports as well. And it's going to be interesting to see how that actually impacts on these games, because we could see a team like Leipzig winning the whole tournament, which would be unbelievable. So the first game that actually takes place is Atalanta against PSG. That's on the 12th. So really, you wouldn't look past PSG. You wouldn't, but they might not have Mbappe. I mean, you've still got Neymar, Icardi, all those players. But Atalanta, you can't rule them out just because they've scored so many goals this season. And they've played some really good football as well. Oh, I'd probably say PSG to go through, but I'm not going to rule Atalanta out because they've been that good this season, especially when it comes to goal scoring. That is going to be a high-scoring game, hopefully, as well. And it's going to be every day, really. So once the quarters are finished, we've only got 4 days. We've got 3 days until the semis, and then it's the final on the 23rd. So more football, and it sort of bridges the gap between football now until next season as well. So it's a bit of a shorter gap for us all to have to endure without football. So I'm going to go Atletico versus PSG in that semi-final, which is going to take place on the 18th of August. So we'll go to the 14th of August, which will see Barcelona take on Bayern Munich, arguably the tastiest tie in the Champions League so far. Bayern Munich have been bulldozing every team that they have come up against. Lewandowski is on fire. And Barcelona, again, not the same team and not the same Barcelona that we are used to, but Lionel Messi firing on all cylinders. I think he's got something like 30 goals and 23 assists or something like that this season. Unbelievable numbers for the GOAT. So it really is going to be, well, a huge game, a really huge game. But I think Bayern Munich are going to have too much for Barcelona. I can really see Bayern Munich going on and winning the whole tournament. So if I had to put my neck out on the line, I'm going to say Bayern Munich to go through, but it's a one-off game. Anything can happen. If Messi's on fire, he can drag that Barcelona team through the mud into the semis, but I think Bayern Munich are going to have a little bit too much. Into the next game, which is the last quarter-final on the 15th of August, Manchester City versus Lyon. Obviously, as a City fan, I really want us to do the Champions League, and it felt so right when we beat Real Madrid because we just look like a good team. And I know it's always people are watching are going to be like, well, City are a good team. They should really be doing this every season. And we've just never gelled with the Champions League. I don't know what it is. I don't know what is the mentality of the players, but we just don't seem to gel too well in the Champions League. And that game against Real Madrid really felt like, right, we're here now. We're probably going to go out against Lyon, but it felt like, oh, we're here now. We're ready to actually launch a decent challenge for the Champions League. So they take on Lyon. Lyon notoriously got the better of City last season. Granted, with a different team, you know, they had Ndombele and stuff, but they've played well. But you can't rule out the fact that as good as the opposition in Lyon will be, Manchester City have probably got one of the best squads in Europe, and it'll be a failure. It will be a failure should Man City not go through. I mean, what we've got to remember is as well, Lyon actually finished 7th in the table, albeit in a cut short season, but they still finished 7th. They still lost 10 games, won 11, drawn 7. So you're thinking 7th in Liga and Man City 2nd in the Premier League with that squad. They've got to win the game, surely. And it'll be such an upset as far as Man City are concerned if Lyon go through. So it's a huge chance for Man City, and there's no excuses should Lyon beat them. None at all. Man City have got to win that game. But, like I say, Champions League, anything can happen. So for me, it's going to be City versus Bayern Munich in the semi-final. We'll go to the other semi-final. I think it'll be Atletico versus PSG, but like I say, anything can happen. I'd back Atletico. I just think they're going to be so frustratingly annoying to PSG, who like to attack. Atletico Madrid love to defend. They love to really get in the face of their opponents and frustrate them. And it's a relatively inexperienced PSG front line, you know, Mbappe, Neymar. They haven't been to the latter stages of the Champions League for a while now. And they have come up short in recent years. You know, they should have beaten Manchester United last season. They didn't. And it's a big chance for them in one-off games. But I think Atletico will just prove to be too niggly, too annoying for PSG, who will become frustrated. And I think Atletico will go into the final. Like I say, anything can change. And then the other final, which takes place on the 19th of August, who's going to go for it? I mean, it could be any one of these teams. I'm just speculating that it'll be Bayern Munich versus City. For my sake, I hope City get through to the final, but Bayern Munich or Barcelona, no matter who the other team meets, it could be Lyon, no matter who they meet out of Bayern Munich and Barcelona, it's going to be a formidable task. And another one of those coming-of-age type games. So you'd probably... It's hard to say, but you'd probably rather play Barcelona than Bayern Munich. And who has said they'd rather play Barcelona in any situation in the last couple of years? It just shows you how good Bayern Munich are. If I had to pick a winner for the whole competition, my heart says that I want to say City. But I just can't see past Bayern Munich this year. I really can't see past Bayern Munich. But it's going to be thrilling. It's going to be some football to watch. And it just takes us through to the next season, to start next season. So I think Bayern Munich are going to win. I could be wrong, but they look incredibly strong at the moment. So let me know in the comments below who you think is going to be the winner. Are you excited for the Champions League? Are you excited for this format? Obviously, they couldn't have done it any other way, according to UEFA. And also, whichever team wins it, should Man City win it or another team, is it a real Champions League win, or is it something that can be discredited because it is in this umbrella tournament style? Let me know in the comments below. If Man City do win the Champions League, you will not be hearing the last of it here. I will be unbelievably happy, so you'll be hearing that throughout the year. So let me know in the comments below check out our website 247football.com for all your latest football news. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, blah blah blah. We'll see you next time.